Ego or business? Business or ego? When you are the business, this could be a harder dilemma than most people realize. I'm Andrei Mincov, the founder of Trademark Factory, and in this video I'm going to share my thoughts about yet another trademarking screw-up. This time around, it's Uber going after a Florida salon, Beauber, and the owner is having none of it. All right, let me start by reading from the article, and you can always find the link in the description below. Uber is trying to put brakes on Florida salon app's trademark. A single mother from Florida is gearing up for battle with ride-hailing behemoth Uber over an app she is building. Carolina Vengochea, 45, tells the Post that Uber has demanded she give up the name of her beauty salon app called Beauber, but she has refused, arguing that the name is the combination of her two job titles, beautician and barber, Beauber, and has nothing to do with the San Francisco-based company. Vengochea says she has already turned down multiple settlement offers from the $60 billion Uber, which is hell-bent on destroying trademarks that include its name. Unless the company backs down, she says, she will be forced to face them in court next year. I've already spent money on Beauber, Vengochea says of her app. I feel like settling is just giving up. I know I'm not doing anything wrong. Why do I have to settle just because they have more money than me? Well, because they have more money than you. But we're going to get there in a moment. Vengochea says she started building the Beauber app in 2018 to help patrons of her small beauty salon book appointments. But when she hired a lawyer to have the name trademarked, she found herself in the crosshairs of Uber's high-powered legal team, which filed a notice of opposition with the U.S. Patent and Trademarks Office, accusing her of attempting to capitalize on the Uber brand. Vengochea has designed the Beauber logo with a colorful 1970s disco look, nothing like Uber's sleek black and white logo. And she is quick to point out that the U or U in the name comes from beauty, not Uber. So it is silent and therefore doesn't sound like Uber. Uber is no stranger to attacking trademarks that include its name. It has also gone after individuals who have attempted to trademark names like Uber Trash, Uber Air, Uber Cuts, and Uber Health, filing more than a dozen trademark oppositions since it went after Vengochea last October. It's a strategy that lawyers say is simply part of good corporate hygiene. All right, the more they protect their mark, the more its value grows. So she's a victim of Uber's success, really, is one of lawyers say. But they also agree that Vengochea, who works alone in her salon in Coral Gables, Florida, could actually have a shot in court. Now here, it appears that Uber has gone outside the normal zone of necessary protection and have opposed the mark which should not reasonably be opposed. Perhaps being uber wealthy allows them to be overly aggressive. Vengochea told the Post that Uber's legal maneuvers have prevented her from being able to invest in the development of her app since the money she has set aside for the project has since been funneled instead into legal fees. Remember what I started with, ego versus business. We're going to get there in a second. But now she's in the fight. She also doesn't want to let Uber win. I'm just a woman who's trying to do her business and trying to do well and make it for my daughter, she says. When somebody has more money than you, they kill your dreams. Uber declined to comment on the story. All right, so it's tough. It's tough because yes, they've got infinitely more money than she will probably ever have. They've got more money to send down the drain fighting in opposition. They've got more time because they've got all these people working for them, all the lawyers, and they're not being distracted because people who build a business at Uber build business at Uber. People who sue other people sue other people. It's not the same people. And like I said, they have infinitely more money. So there always comes a time in a small business owner's life when they would be wise to ask themselves a question. Am I driven by what's best for my business, or am I driven by my ego? Because a lot of our decisions is just pure ego. We want to show the world that we're gonna, stand up to the big company. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But really, is it helping your business? Is it helping you grow the legacy that you're hoping to leave with your daughter? Is it helping you build a business that's gonna sustain you and your family? Maybe, maybe not. But that's the question you gotta be asking yourself. And especially when she admits that Uber made her a few settlement offers. Well, I don't know what they are, right? If the settlement offer is to just, surrender and get nothing in return, then it's not really a settlement offer. It's nonsense. But if they offered her money, if they offered her good money, if they are trying to buy her out of that brand, it could be an option worth considering. Yes, I understand it's upsetting that she's been working on this name since 2018. She's put her heart and soul into it, and all they did is just wave, a sum of money in front of her. This may feel unfair, and maybe it is, but the question is, are you making this decision to say no to that settlement offer because it's best for your business or because it's your ego? And look, when we started our businesses, it's the thing that every entrepreneur goes through. When we start a business, nobody promised us that it's going to be easy. Nobody promised to us that it's going to be just rainbows and lollipops. Nobody promised to us that our richer competitors are not going to use their money to go after us. Nobody promised to us that we will not be facing obstacles that are big, they look bigger than we think we can overcome. But that's exactly what makes entrepreneurship so exciting, because it's the journey that makes us want to go through it. That's the reason we work crazy hours to get there. That's the reason we find it exciting to overcome those obstacles and get the rewards we hope to get. So instead of complaining that somebody who's gotten there and made $1 bazillion, because look, Uber didn't exist 20 years ago, right? It started as an idea that became so good that they made all this money, and it's helped millions and millions of people around the world. So instead of demonizing them for saying, look, we've built this brand, we want to protect it for as much and as wide as we humanly possibly can. We understand you came up with this name, here's the offer. Maybe it's prudent to accept that offer and use that money that you're going to get from them to build a new brand, build a better brand, build a better app, build an app faster. Because what's your alternative? Go fight Uber, funnel your limited resources onto lawyers. Well, guess who's going to be the only party happy in this dispute? It's going to be lawyers. We're going to first go through the opposition period. They're going to go through the opposition hearings. You're going to go through all that wonderful process. You're going to be paying them by the hour. And when one of the parties loses, there's going to be an appeal, and you're going to run out of money, and they won't. So that's the tough one. That's the tough one, because we've had situations like that as well, right? We file a trademark for our client, perfectly trademarkable, gets approved by the trademarks office, and then a big company with a lot of money files an opposition. And so the brand owner needs to make a hard decision. Are we funneling our money, our efforts, our attention away from building our business and fighting for this brand, or do we come up with a way to get something out of it and keep moving forward? And our different clients made different decisions. Again, I'm not saying that there is necessarily the right or the wrong decision about this, but what I am saying is that before you make a decision, make sure you know really well, is it your ego or is it your business interests? And a good way to look at it is, think about this way. So you're making the decision as a CEO. Okay, great. What if you had an outside CEO? Somebody you hired who wasn't with you at the beginning of your company, who doesn't share the personal attachment that you've got. Would they make the same decision? Would they make the same decision to say no and to Uber's settlement offer, and actually would they say, you know what, let's go and fight them? Maybe yes, maybe no. And yet another angle is, think about it this way. If you were hiring an outside CEO today, would you have hired yourself? Would you have hired yourself? And maybe yes, maybe no. But the reason I'm so passionate in this video is because I go through these issues all the time. Do you think I don't have ego? Do you think I don't make stupid decisions? All the time. But really what helps me move forward is when I realize I'm in too deep in my ego, I go back to the team and say, guys, is this my ego or is this the right thing to do? And often we realize it's the right thing to do and we do it. And sometimes we say, Andrei, I'm not really sure if it's benefiting the business. What is it that you're trying to build? Well, this is what I'm trying to build. Okay. And going this direction, that would certainly stroke your ego. How is it going to help us get to the goal that you set for your company? Probably it won't. Do you still want to do it? No. So I hope this helps, and I hope you found this video interesting. See, it's not just about trademarks. It's not just about brands. It's all about building a successful business. Just trademarks is a big part of that. So if you found this interesting, make sure you subscribe now and get notified whenever the next video goes live, because you never know what you're going to hear on this channel. If you got a brand that you want to protect, go to trademarkfactory.com and book your call with our strategy advisors. And until then, I will see you in the next video.